the experiment. We went into this with the goal of making a beer in 7 days, which is kind of unrealistic. Commercial breweries have the benefit of filtration and refrigeration, but that's not our game. Our game is simple. So what were we hoping to discover or find out? That maybe if you plan poorly, you still can make a beer, save the day in 7 days or 1 week later. And you might be wondering why I kind of chose inexperienced beer tasters. And the reason is that in these situations where you need a lot of beer quickly, that will generally be your audience. Would this beer have ranked metal in a competition? Probably not. But the purpose was to kind of prove or disprove if this is possible. Considering that lots of people do primaries for 3 weeks, and we took a beer from primary through carbonation and served it in 7 days, and it was quite drinkable, is awesome. So some things I learned was I used a Nottingham yeast starter that was very, very cloudy to begin with, and then I went to the keg, and it did indeed stay cloudy. I don't know if that is chill haze, because it was rushing the gun, getting it cool. But again, 7 days. If I wanted to, I could put it in the fridge, and in 2 weeks it would probably be clear. I could also hit it with some gelatin, so there's that. As far as the data goes, 4 out of 5 actually preferring the beer that was fermented with the spunding valve is really encouraging because it's one less step. If we extrapolate that sample size, there were 3 people here, including myself. I liked the circle beer, the spunding valve beer, and my friends liked the traditional one. So as it came out, 5 people liked the beer that was used with the spunding valve, and 3 people liked the traditional carboy one. A couple people said that the one with the spunding valve was brighter and it had more fruity aromas, and I would tend to agree with that. It was definitely brighter, crisper, while the one out of the carboy was more muddled. And I can only maybe attribute that to just kind of captured flavors, or actually the captured aromas from kind of not venting some of that CO2, as well as apparently at a certain PSI, ester production is reduced. So in that window of 7 days, that suppression of esters benefited our beer to turn and burn it and have a crisper beer as opposed to a muddled beer. Would I do this again on a hoppy beer like that? I think so. Just to get it out fresh. Like I said, it was brighter than the muddled beer, and I definitely think it has its merit in the Bachelor's Brewhouse.